Factsverse presents Grossly Uncool Things Boomers Still Think Are Cool. Baby boomers were born between the years 1946 and 1964. There are plenty of things that baby boomers thought were great back then, but since then, well, these things have become uncool, even obsolete. Some baby boomers refuse to give these things up, though, because they hate change, others because they think that they're still cool. Here are some grossly uncool things that boomers still think are cool. Phone books. Years ago, baby boomers had to rely on the phone book to get a person or a business's phone number. Today, phone books are just a colossal waste of paper. If you need a phone number, you can simply do a Google search and easily get the number. Writing checks. Baby boomers grew up writing checks. It was the only way to pay a bill, pay your rent, and send money to a business or an individual without using cash. Today, though, we've got ATMs all over the place, allowing you to get cash whenever you need it, assuming you even use cash anymore. Thanks to online banking, you can pay your bills online. It makes writing checks obsolete. Many baby boomers do still write checks, though, and it's not uncommon to see one buying their groceries at the supermarket using a check. Landlines. For decades, if you wanted to make a phone call, you had to use your landline phone. It was all you had available. Today, we have cell phones that allow us to make unlimited calls for a very reasonable price. You can also make free long-distance calls on a cell phone. Most people don't feel the need to pay for a landline anymore and a cell phone at the same time, so the landline has just become obsolete. There are a few baby boomers out there, though, who don't want to own a cell phone, so they continue using a landline. Writing in cursive. Today, most people use their computer to type things out rather than writing them down. A lot of schools have even done away with paper. All the schoolwork now is being done online, on tablets, laptops. It's pretty much made learning cursive obsolete. While many baby boomers will still write everything out in cursive, much of the younger generation doesn't even know how to write in cursive. Do you? Tell us in the comments. Fine china. When a baby boomer got married, the first thing they did with their partner was to pick out their china pattern. Everybody had a set of china, which was often used only for special occasions. Today, couples don't pick out china patterns. Most people don't even own a china set at all. Those who do likely inherited it from a baby boomer. Patterned wallpaper. Modern homes today have painted walls with solid colors. Years ago, though, patterned wallpaper was the thing. If you go into the home of a baby boomer nowadays who's been living there for decades, chances are you're going to see patterned wallpaper. And it's probably going to look very dated. Still, baby boomers love it. Baggy jeans. Today, men and women love their skinny jeans. For some reason, most baby boomers have not jumped onto the skinny jean bandwagon. They still prefer their faded and boot-cut jeans. You know what? I'm not a boomer, but I prefer those too. I know they're not in style, but hey, you never know what the future might hold. Maybe they'll come back. Home shopping channels. In the baby boomers' day, if you wanted to order something from the comfort of your home, the only way to do it was to watch the home shopping channels. Today, if you want to order something from your home, you log on to your computer, you buy whatever you want. In some cases, you can get your order on the same day. That was never a possibility with baby boomers and home shopping channels. Yahoo! There was a time when Yahoo was the most popular search engine and email platform. Baby boomers who use computers might still be using Yahoo, while later generations have switched over to Google and Gmail. Khaki capri pants. Baby boomers love their khaki capri pants. These pants used to be fashionable, but that was a long time ago. And we all wish baby boomers should just let these pants die. Denim Everything. Denim jeans have been popular for decades, and for a while, denim everything was in, not just the jeans. Baby boomers were sporting denim jeans along with denim coats, denim shirts, denim jackets. Today, the denim everything phase is over and people are just sticking with the denim jeans. Jello Everything. In the late 60s, gelatin was invented and people were making everything with it. Knox Gelatin released a cookbook in the late 60s, and there were recipes for Jello ham, Jello tuna, Jello cheese. Ugh. Well, a lot of baby boomers grew up on those recipes and are still making them today, unfortunately. Encyclopedias. If you look at the bookshelf in a baby boomer's home, you'll probably find an encyclopedia. Years ago, people sold encyclopedias door to door, and their kids relied on those for researching school projects. Today, though, if a kid needs to research anything, they rely on Google. We can say the exact same thing about dictionaries. Socks and sandals. Lazy millennials will slip on a pair of slides over their socks and leave the house. Baby boomers liked their socks and sandals, but they were wearing tall, white socks and they wore traditional sandals and flip-flops. And many are still trying to rock that style today. High-waisted jeans. High-waisted jeans, also known as mom jeans, were in style back in the day, but today most people, other than baby boomers, wouldn't be caught dead in them. 24-hour news. If you go into a baby boomer's house at any time of the day, you'll likely see them watching the 24-hour news channel. Many people today get their news online quickly and then they go about their day, but baby boomers, they have no problem listening to the same news stories over and over again all day long. Shag carpets. Shag carpets were all the rage in the 60s and the 70s. It was just a fad. People stopped installing those kinds of carpets in their homes after a while. Today, people who have shag carpeting are pulling it up. They're installing hardwood floors instead. Except for the baby boomers who like that shag. Visors. Visors look really dumb. Sure, yeah, they block the sun from your eyes, but you can wear a baseball hat for that, which also keeps your scalp from burning. Baby boomers, though, loved their visors and many still do. Fuzzy toilet seats. Years ago, people were putting fuzzy seats on their toilets. Today, we know that they hold in odors and they're a breeding ground for germs and bacteria, so most of us have gotten rid of them. Records. Over the last several decades, the way we listen to music has changed a lot. Gone are the days of the 8-track and the cassette tape. And raise your hand, click the like button if you even know what an 8-track is. Even CDs nowadays are becoming obsolete thanks to, well, iPods, which are now also on the way out, smartphones, MP3 players. Baby boomers, they grew up listening to records on a record player. And while it was seen as completely uncool, they are actually starting to make a comeback now. They're considered vintage. Ironing. Ironing was an everyday daily chore for baby boomers. They ironed just about everything. Today, people will iron something quickly if it has a few wrinkles, but it's not a chore that can take hours. Bar soap. All baby boomers had to wash up with bar soap. Today, we have an option between body wash and bar soap, and most people will choose the body wash or liquid soap. You don't have to worry about it getting stuck to the shower, and you don't have to worry about bacteria building up on it. These are things you do have to worry about with bar soap, which baby boomers still like to use. Linoleum floors. Linoleum floors were very popular with baby boomers, and the brighter the better. Baby boomers' homes often had crazy patterns on the linoleum too. Today, these floors are not very commonly used. People are going with tile or hardwood flooring now. Avon. Most baby boomers can say that they either bought Avon or sold Avon, or they at least had somebody knock on the door trying to sell Avon. Most people can remember that phrase, Avon calling. People loved going through the Avon book, and it didn't bother them that they were paying more than they needed to for their makeup. Unpaid internships. Many baby boomers got their foot in the door in business through internships. Millennials also take internships, but there's a difference between the two. Most baby boomers' internships were not paid. Unless you still lived at home and received an allowance, it'd be really difficult to get by doing that. Most millennials get paid for their internships nowadays. They don't get paid much, but at least they're bringing some money in. I actually missed being a boomer by being born in '68, 3 years too late, but I still got my first job as an unpaid internship at a radio station. Took me 6 months to finally get a paid gig there. Totally worth it, but yeah, that was a tough 6 months. Wire hangers. Most baby boomers had wire hangers in their closet because wire hangers were all that was available at the time. These hangers are horrible for your clothes. It pulls the fabric in the shoulder area, it stretches it in an unnatural way. Plastic hangers are a much better option, but the best hangers are actually made of cloth or wood. Most people do still have at least 1 or 2 wire hangers in their closets today. They may not even know that they're there because it's hanging something up you don't wear anymore. Fuzzy dice. Oh, come on, who doesn't remember driving around and seeing a car with fuzzy dice hanging from the rearview mirror? You may have even had a set yourself. It's great that fuzzy dice are a thing of the past, though, because they were tacky, they looked horrible, and, well, let's face it, they seriously obstructed your view. Scrunchies. Scrunchies were pretty popular in the 80s and the early 90s, and, well, that's where scrunchies should stay. This did not keep your hair up tightly, and the crazy designs made them look more like a child's hair accessory than for an adult. Cheap plastic jewelry. Plastic jewelry was popular with millennials. The larger, the brighter, the gaudier, the better. Baby boomers would often walk around with green fingers, green wrists, and green necks because their cheap jewelry turned their skin green. So plastic jewelry is actually a much better option than the old metal jewelry that baby boomers used to wear. What other things have gone out of style that you still see baby boomers using or doing? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for more.